Good evening, everybody. How are you? Let's craft a tag. We're going to go a little outside of the box and use a Christmas ornament. I don't know where I got these, but I know they were cheap. Probably at the big box store. You know, our crafter's dream store. I'm sure that's probably where I got it. So, yeah. You can find them anywhere. You can order them online. So, mix this paint up. I'm making this tag to go on a door tag hanger that I made previously. And this is the door hanger. And we're going to attach this probably to the bow so it kind of pulls it up higher. Because I think if I put it down here, it's going to hang and cover up the writing too much. So we're going to play around with that. And I think if I have the tag coming off of here with the bow, I think we'll do good to have that there. So I put this one down because I had made this one previously, and I'm going to follow the same design, just using different colors. And this is the transfer that I'm going to use. It's the Garden Therapy transfer, and it is a B-size transfer, which is 8.5 by 11. This is just a portion of it. So we're going to go ahead and get started and paint this tag, and then we will get it dry, and we will then transfer the therapy onto there, because I think it'll be cute having the therapy with the beach sign. So beach therapy, we all need that, right? Okay, so let's get comfy. I did already, to save time, I took and kind of made little pencil marks right here just to kind of give me the measurement as to what I used here, because I really like the layout and the distance between the colors. And I just love this one. I think it came out so adorable. So I figured, why ruin a good thing? We'll just go ahead and do the same thing. So let me move this. And I think what I did is I did the stain first to get that out of the way. And I'm going to use some painter's tape. And follow our lines. Too short. I think it'll be all right. So I'm just basically taping it off so it makes it easier to get crisp, clean lines. Let's turn this over. Line. Put that down and let's take a look and see. I just want those edges to be down. Push those down really well so you don't get any paint seeping under and bleeding through. And that looks pretty darn good. So let's move that out of the way. Let's shake up our stain. I just got this stain and I've been doing door rounds with it, and I absolutely love it. It's dark walnut, but I love the fact that it's water-based, so cleanup is a breeze. I cannot stand, I cannot stand the ones that stain and leave a big old mess, and you can't wash it up with soap because I'm messy, and I just would rather it be easy cleanup. So this works for me, and it has really been nice. In fact, I'm going to go grab some more colors. I got it at Walmart, and they have a really pretty gray one too that I want to get. And I kind of want to get a lighter color too, just to kind of have a variation. But yeah. Whatever you like is what you use. You know what I mean? I just like to share when I find something that I absolutely love, because you never know. Somebody else might love it too. Okay, I forgot grab a sponge. Let me grab a sponge. I rearranged my room, and so now I don't know where anything is. Okay, here we go. Actually, I think I have. I forgot. I already had a stain sponge. I put mine in baggies, so then that way, seal them up. Bread bags work great too, or hamburger bun bags to wrap them up in, so you don't have to clean everything up all the time. And I like, because then sometimes this has a little extra on it that I can, you know, kind of do that distressed edges. Oh, maybe I should have cleaned that up. Well, we're gonna try it and see. That, you know what, I think I'll just get a new one, because that one's looking, the heat here has been horrendous, and so I have a feeling it took a toll on it. All right, what do you do? I always like spray my sponge down with a little bit of water just to dampen it so it doesn't suck up so much. And I'm just gonna probably try and use what's on the lid because I don't need a lot. So we're just gonna do this center. Look at that, it was pretty darn easy. And then I just take a paper towel and I just rub the excess off because I want to lighten it just a little bit. You could certainly do this with paint and a baby wipe. I've done that method. You can use our chalk, definitely. You can paint that on and use that as well. And you can use the baby wipe method with that as well. So you got lots of options. Okay. And I think I'm gonna do, hopefully I'm not out of camera range. Just gonna do this. It shouldn't show, but I'm one of those people, I gotta make sure every little thing is done, just in case. Just in case it shows through. And the reason this will work, even though it's a Christmas ornament, you're not going to be able to tell because it's going to have a little bow in front of it. So use what you have, you know what I mean? You don't have to go out and buy something specific. And I liked it because it already had like the thing that took it up off the circle, so you get to see your full circle. You know, your hole's not down here. So it's perfect because then you can put all your ties and ribbons up here and you still get to see your circle. All right, so and that's all there is to that for the stain. And when I get done painting, I will sand that down a little bit too, just to take a little bit more of the color off and to rough it up and grunge it up, because that's just what I like. You don't have to do that either. Let's get this sponge out of the way. Move that because we're going to need this white chalk paint. All right, I'm going to hit this with the heat tool. Ideally, if I wasn't demonstrating, I would probably just leave this overnight. But since we're doing a demo, we're going to go ahead and just work our way through it a little bit. And I mean, it's dry. It's not a problem. But I just kind of like to let it set. And let's take this tape off and pray that we didn't bleed through. And did a little bit. I want to get that frog tape because I think that frog tape will be ideal in not letting that bleed through, just because I think it has a little bit more gripping power and it tends to kind of conform to the waviness. But it's not going to be a problem because we're going to paint over that, so it's not going to be a big deal at all. So what I'll do is I'll just bring my tape down a little bit below the bleed. Come on. And that way we can cover up that rough edge. Although my tape is not wanting to stick. It's probably still damp. So what we're going to do is we're going to be really careful, and instead of going this way with my brush, we will start it on the tape and brush out. That way it won't bleed under there. I don't know. It's definitely not sticking. I wonder if my placement tape will do better. So we'll try that and see. I don't think it's going to. And it's just because we're jumping right into it. Next time I will be wiser about it and do the staining and the sanding before and let it sit and kind of soak in. So, live and learn, live and learn. All things are fixable. Shake this up. I think these would be cute. I want to make some for Thanksgiving. Wouldn't that be cute to put thankful or blessed or any of that? And Christmas, I think, would be cute. I mean, you could do any holiday, really. All right, where's my brush? Carefully run this over so we don't, hopefully, bleed. We'll see. This could end up being a total nightmare. But going that way off the tape should help. Do another coat. I want to just dry a little bit in between. And I know y'all have seen me clean up mistakes on boo-boos and stuff, so don't ever stress if you make a boo-boo, because I'm here to say that most everything is fixable. I mean, I've not come across anything that wasn't fixable so far, so let's get some of this water out of that. Quickly go over it. Don't want to saturate it too much. And I'm going to spin it. Do this edge. Okay. That area there that, let me catch that. It looks like it didn't grab, or I missed it. I lifted my brush. So let's, and ideally too, it would be good to spray your wood ornament with a little bit of some sealer before you get started, because that will help keep the paint from soaking in so much. So you'll tend to use less paint that way. You'll get better coverage. Okay. But some of those woods, boy, they will just suck up your paint. It's crazy. All right, let's pull this tape off and see how we did. Let's hope. Look at that. Look at that. We did good. Whoop, whoop. So exciting when things work out. Looks perfect. Look, and we even covered up the little, feathered edge, which is perfect. I'm going to hit it with this gun one more time just so the edge here that was near the tape, we make sure that's dry. It's already cute. Think of the possibilities that you could do with this. That's what I love about our transfers. I'm telling you, I am the queen of picking transfers apart and using them for a million different things. I really love doing that most of all. It's like seeing what I can make from other things, and instead of just using it, by laying it down and just chalking what's there. I always want to try to make unique things. Okay, so I have fun doing that, trying to think outside the box. What can I do, and how can I do it, and how can I get the result I want? And I've been known to use them a bunch. I think I have one that I've used 20 different transfers on to complete it, and it's just fun. You know what I mean? You don't have to, and that's the thing too. That's what's nice about this is if you want just one and done, you have that luxury of doing that. Or if you're like me and I like to create and go deep with it, you can do that too. That's the beauty of this stuff, that it's so versatile. And there's no mistakes, you know what I mean? You can't really mess it up. So let me move these out of my way here. We're gonna do this. This is a Waverly, I just got it. I've never used it, so I'm hoping it comes out how I'm seeing it in the jar. It kind of reminds me of a mermaid, but it's agave. And the other ones I just used white chalk paint, and then obviously the stain that I shared with you. So we're going to have to take this tape off now from the stain and move it up so that you can see that feathered through too. And let's try the placement tape first. This is Chalkatour's placement tape, and I love it because all the lines, when you're doing lettering and you want to make sure they're evenly spaced, or just, making a straight line, this tape is awesome for that. So let's lay this down a little bit behind the feathered edge, and we're gonna see if it sticks. I'm not hopeful. Well, no, I should say I am hopeful, but what's the word I want to use? I'm not counting on it. I'm hopeful, but I have a feeling it's not going to stick. Okay, let's put that around there. And we'll do the same thing just to make sure that we don't get it up under there. We will come from our tape out, not brush this way, so we don't take a chance of going up under it. So let's see what we come up with. Let's try. Oh yeah, that's pretty. My friend Laura has been using this color on her pumpkins, and it is so pretty. I would have never thought of it, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. And really, this is one of the 2022 fall colors. They have a lot of different shades of blue this year that are in the colors. All right, let's take this. Take it. That is pretty. I like it. It's very beachy to me. So let's dry that a little, and then I want to do another coat. You can definitely see the wood grain through it. If any of you are interested in finding out more about Chalk Couture and the products that they have, please message me, or you can go to my website to browse everything we have to offer. www.boomchocolata.com. I feel like I sound like a commercial, and I hate it. But I want you to know where you can go to find everything you need. You can always message me. I'm happy to answer any questions. What's nice is we offer so many different things. We offer a subscription club that you can do monthly, kind of like, Ipsy and all of those things. I think everything's a subscription nowadays. But we do offer that for $21.99, and you get the transfer of the month with the chalk paste singles. And on your first order, you'll get a mini squeegee along with that. And you'll get instructions, and there's video instructions on how to complete the project. We also have many different ways for you to get a 40% discount. And, if you don't want to be one of those that earns extra income or has a team, you can definitely do it as a hobby and still get the 40% off. So message me or write hobby in the comments, and I'm happy to tell you all the options that we have for that. You can, make fun things and sell them at craft shows to make a little bit of money. If you are wanting to run a second business, make extra money, save for a vacation, save for Christmas, once again, you'll get the 40% off, and all of that's only $9.99 to join and become a designer. So if you want to learn more about that, just put join in the comments, or like I said, message me. I'm happy to fill you in on all the details, but $9.99, you can't beat it. So I just wanted to throw that out there for you, and come join me on my crafting group. It's Creating a Cozy Home with Boom Chocolata, and it's on Facebook. But you can always find me on Facebook, on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest. I'm everywhere. But I have tutorials, I have info posts, pictures, other types of little hacks and tricks, and all kinds of fun. In that group, we do like recipes and contests, and just, a lot of fun in there. No, it's very laid back and relaxed. So please come on over and join the fun. Let's pull this tape off, you guys. now that I got all the spiel out. I always feel like it's a spiel. Like I want to throw so much information so you at least have it, but I don't want you to feel like I'm, you know, the used car salesman throwing it all at you. So let's be done with that. And let's see if we made it without leaking. We did. Whoop, whoop. Look at how cute that is. That's super beachy. Now, the reason why I left this kind of on the bigger side is because it will be covered up with the bow. So once the bow's kind of covering that up, this will look more proportioned. That is so darn cute. I really like that color. All right, let's dry this up a little bit. We probably could have even done another coat or two, but I think it's going to be just fine. And I may just touch this up right here with a little bit of stain, probably just on one of my pointy Q-tips that I absolutely adore. Just to make sure that little, because I'm anal like that, just to make sure that little piece right there gets covered. You don't have to. And you know what? Actually, it might even cover up when I distress the edges. I can run my sponge over it to cover it. Look at how cute. I love that. And I'm going to do a bow similar to this, but I'm going to use the colors that are, I'm going to use this, and hopefully I can use this. Look at these. I don't know if you can see them. That, along with this ladder ribbon, just because this just makes me think nautical all the way. And I think it will pair well with the sign that we made it for. So let's just see. I think that's going to be cute because it will pull those two colors together. I like it. And just in case you didn't see that tutorial, this is going to be the bow. And we're going to cut the tails off because they are way too long at this point. We'll cut those off so we don't cover up the words. And then we're going to hang this little tag off of there. And I think it's going to be super, super cute. It'll just give it some dimension, and because I like that. I don't like all just the flat with nothing else. It's just me. Everybody does their own thing. All right, let's move all this out of the way so I don't get anything on it. And now we're going to, I pulled black out, but I think I'm going to do the white, because I think the white is going to show up much better. Let me grab my white paste. Yeah. Even though there's white above it, I just think it really pops on that dark stain, so we're going to keep it cohesive. Okay, where's my... That's not it. That is not the right one. I have one that's already open, so I don't want to open up a new one. I do believe this one is it. No need to have two open at the same time. This stuff lasts forever, so definitely don't need two open. That's one nice thing about the chalk paste. All right, so now we're going to put this lettering on, but I do have to tweak it a little bit because the spacing that it is now, it's not going to fit. So we are going to scooch it up together and get it to fit. All right, where's my cloth? Hopefully you guys are still in frame. Make sure we're kind of even and so we get it on straight. I'm going to start with the R. Now this is another, I'm going to do the placement tape because I think that will help line it up. Get to see this in action. All right. Let's see here. How big are these letters? Do it and hope that I'm lining it up okay, centering it and all that. So let's see, we went up one line. I'm really eyeballing this right now. All right, we're just going to go for it and hope for the best. All right, let's do this R, and we should be able to see both tapes there. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to put a second piece down. And pull it up. A little bit more. So then what I can do then is then butt up the bottom of the letter to the tape instead of having to hope and pray that I get it straight, because I don't want the letters, and it still could happen. I'm not going to say it can't, because it can, and I'm just hoping the letters aren't wonky. I'm hoping I can get them straight as best I can. Center this, praying that you guys are still in alignment. Tape that down so it doesn't move. My big head in there. Okay, let's just dive in and see how we do. Good. We'll dry that so when we put the transfer back down, we don't pull any of that up. And then we are going to do the A and kind of see it through the tape. Keep our fingers crossed that we're getting it fairly straight. A little low, but it's okay. I don't think it's going to be that noticeable. Let's see how it pulled just a little. You can see on the back of the transfer it pulled up some of the R. that's part of the reason that we fuzz the transfers. And let me see if I can, I don't know if I can line this up again. And dry in between the layers just so we don't pull it up. I'm just going to go over it again just to lightly. Perfect. Okay. Oops, that lifted a little bit, so we may have bled. We're gonna check and pray and hope. Nope, we did good. Ooh, yay. Luck is on my side tonight. But had it moved and it bled, it would have been no big deal, because all I would have done is taken a wet paper towel and wiped it off and did it again. It would have been that easy. Not a problem at all. Okay, so we are going to go on this upper P. Look at that, we're just making it. That one's a little low. I might have to redo that one. Let's continue on, and I may do it, but we'll see how it looks in the grand scheme of things. High. See what I mean though? How it's a little bit up, but I don't know if it's gonna show as bad as I think, but we'll take a look, and if we need to take it off and redo it, I think if we bring this Y up, it won't be so drastic. So let's get some more paper towel a little bit wet. This is where I would use the Q-tip with the point. Also, our detail tool here is great for getting in little areas. It has a little tiny squeegee for small areas, and then this little detail tool that, like, I can go in here and see that little white, scrape it off. Works wonders. All right, let's try this and redo that Y and see if we can do a little better. But see how easy that came off? It really is no big deal. Easy peasy. Okay, so actually I think what I'm going to do is wipe this down a little bit so I can see through the screen to line it up. There we go. I'll just wipe it up. On my cloth again real quick just to make sure. Just want to dry it really good because you don't want the water to hit that chalk and disintegrate it. Alright, now watch. Hopefully I'm not, oops, it slipped. Darn it. Now hopefully I'm not too high. Let's hope. Oh no. I'm not too low either. It's hard to line up this one because I have to go off the top instead of the bottom where I could see it over here. Well, we're gonna go for it. Perfect. Look at that. Wing and a prayer, wing and a prayer. Oh, that one's a little bit high. All right, I'm gonna redo that one just because I don't like it. Okay. Just put a little bit of stain on there. There we go. Wipe that in just a little bit. And we may have to do the E, but I'm really thinking it's going to be okay. Kind of working on an angle here too, so that's, I'm trying not to put my big head in here because my hair is a mess. But I can't see, so I don't have a choice. Okay, so there's the E. Darn it. Okay, we'll try it. We'll try it and see. It's still kind of high, but I'm just going to leave it for now and move on. And then once we take everything off, we'll see where it ends up. That one's low. That's what happens when you do lettering. It's kind of luck of the draw sometimes. Yeah, I think the H, you guys can see too, the H just a little bit high. So I might have to go and fix that. But let's take this off and see. It's a little wonky. It's all right. It is all right. Okay. Take a look at it. Yeah. Oh, my T is a little crooked too. I'll probably take these off and redo them just because I don't like it. And I think what I'll do is lay the tape down. Let's actually let's do this. But I like to show you guys, you know, the boo-boos too, just so you don't think it's all picture perfect all the time for everybody. Because it's not. We all, you know, get little flub ups and or something that we don't like and want to fix it. And it's not that big of a deal to fix it. A little stain on there. There we go. Perfect. All right, where what do I do with my transfer? Let's try this. Let's go the chair. All right. Whoops. All right. Now let's put our tape down. Just going to put the tape hopefully I can see it through here. Let's see how we do. If I don't get it after this, I'm just probably going to give up. It's going to be what it's going to be. Sometimes you just got to walk away and come back to it. You know what I mean? Making a big mess. Where is my... There we go. Where's my squeegee? One up the tape. my goodness. Look at that. It's still up high. Ugh. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. But look, I'm here to show you that it's all fixable. If nothing else, I have shown you that tonight. Goodness gracious. Okay. Where is my E? I'm gonna stand up so I can see. I think that's the problem too, is I'm at an angle. All right, try it. Huh, much better. What I'll do, you kind of see the little white cloud around it from where I wiped it off. When I'm done, when I distress it, I'll hit it with my ink pad that I use for distressing and get that back dark again so it doesn't look so cloudy. Okay, sorry for my head, you guys. Well, we're going to go for it. Okay. Probably should have just got a bigger ornament so I can just fit it. Yeah, it's a little wonky, but I think it'll be alright. Might go over it again. I probably won't take it off, but I'll probably just make sure that bottom gets on there. You don't want to hit that heat on your transfer. It will melt it. Trust me when I tell you. Okay. Well, I think it's cute, even if it is just a little bit off. It's handcrafted and homemade. Isn't that what we tell ourselves? It's not perfect. And what I probably will do as well is once this sits, I will go back over that white line just to clean it up a little bit and get it not so feathery. Since my tape wasn't holding, I don't want to mess that up. And then let me touch that. So I might even be able to do it with this Q-tip. So we went over the white just a tad, but it's really okay because I'm going to distress it anyways. So it's going to be okay. So it's going to have a little bit of that darkness like I did on all this. You can see, and I went over the top of it just because I don't like that stark white. So yeah, so that is that. And we'll make a bow up and we will put that on there. I was going to do the bow live, but since this took so long trying to get the lettering out, I don't want to keep you guys all night. So I will do one of my pinch bows, and I have a tutorial on my page. So if you want to know how to do a pinch bow, just go over there and look at that. And that's what I'm going to do for this. And then we'll attach it on here and put a hanging string of jute. And that will be it, like I said, and we'll distress it a little bit. And what I do there is I'll sand it down on the edges. Where's my sanding block? And we'll take it, some of that paint off. Get my now I could use this, but I'm more comfortable using my stamp pad just because in my dauber I just feel like I have a little bit more control. You do you and whatever you're comfortable with using. I like the stamp pads just because, like I said, I have a little bit more control over where I put it and where I want more dark spots than others. And I just take it and rub it on the edges. And then I'll take my darker one and in certain spots I'll add a little bit more dark to it. So just, I don't want to do all of it, just certain spots, just to kind of give it a little bit more variation and darkness. Like the corners darker, so I will tend to kind of put some there. The bow will probably be covering this, but I just want to put a little up there, and that's what I do, and I like it that way. So I will probably just leave it like that and add our little bow, and should finish it off really nice, and then we'll add it onto our tag. So stay tuned for pictures on my site of it all being done, and thank you for joining me. And if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate. It's my pleasure to help you guys with anything that you need, and if you have any questions. So have a beautiful night, and we will craft again soon.